Tell me something. Have you ever felt stuck in life? Like, have you ever felt that you found your passion but you were too scared to follow it because you were scared of what will others say or think about you? Well, I know I have. For the longest time, I've been held back by my fear of acceptance, and because of that, I've missed out on so many things. But then, something suddenly changed, and while working on a school project with a couple of my buddies, I finally discovered what I was truly passionate about. So I started pursuing my passion for content creation and filmmaking, and in the process, I learned a valuable lesson: the art of not giving up. In today's video, I'll share my journey of how I finally started doing what I love, and I'm also going to share the steps I went and I'm still going through to overcome my fear of acceptance. With that said, grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's dive into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the first step is always the hardest, and my advice is to just take a leap of faith. This is something you probably heard many times already, but people keep repeating it because it's just too important to leave it out. Because think about it, your journey starts here. It starts when you finally take that leap of faith. So as someone who just got over his fear of acceptance, take my advice and upload that video, invest your money, go and travel the world with the money you have left, or start playing music in a band. Many people don't start living their life the way they want to because they are just too scared of what will others say about them. There are lots of talents out there in the world, and I'm sure that you're one of those talents if you stumbled upon this video, that are just too scared to show the world what they're capable of, so they stay hidden with their hidden talents. There's a psychological phenomenon by which people tend to believe that they're being noticed more than they really are, and it's called the spotlight effect. And it even affected me until I heard about it from a fellow YouTuber called Ali Abdaal. Many times people think that everybody notices them, but the truth is no one really does. The secret to overcome this so-called spotlight effect is to realize how rarely are actually other people thinking about us. Because the truth is they are just too busy thinking about themselves or thinking about what others think about them, if that makes any sense. Coming back to my story, I would consider myself taking a leap of faith when I spent all my saved up money on an iPhone 13 to start creating high quality content from my social media pages. Before that, I used an old gen Samsung, and with that I created my first ever video that I've also uploaded on YouTube, and so you can check it out. With uploading the first video to my YouTube channel and also my first videos to my social media pages, I realized that I've beaten the so-called perfectionism. With that, we arrive to the second step to overcome your fear of acceptance, which is gather inspiration and improve. After getting started, you'll get a type of boost. You'll feel motivated to create more because you realize no one judges your creation. There is a chance that what you create won't get much attention, or there is a chance it won't get any attention, but don't be scared, that's totally normal in my opinion. In my case, my first video was a so-called Greece travel cinematic video, or well, it was supposed to be something like that. Got around 8 views after a day, but I totally didn't mind it because I was just happy that I've showed the world what I was spending my free time with. At the beginning, being unknown or not being discovered is actually better for you, because just think about it. Do you want your potential audience to see you at the beginning of your journey when you are just still experimenting, trying out new things, or when you've already found out what niche fits you, what works for you and what does not, and you are creating high quality content about a chosen topic? When you've chosen what are you passionate about, in my case that's content creation, your focus should drift towards gathering inspiration. At the beginning, look at other people's social media pages who does the same thing as you. For me, that's Nico Rockenwall and Nicholas Crystal. If you haven't heard about these guys, then please check out their social media pages and also drop a follow because they are creating amazing content. Keep in mind, you're not watching their content to copy them, you're watching their content to gather inspiration. So when you see a video that you like and you try to recreate it, put a little bit of thought on top of it. Now you might be wondering, how is that fair? Stealing from another artist? There's no way I'm going to do that. Okay, so, well, then this might sound a bit shocking for you, but nothing is original and everything is perfectly written down in the book Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Now if you still don't believe me, then please at least listen to my favorite film director, Quentin Tarantino, who said, "I steal from every single movie ever made." Now, if he gets to do it, why can't we, right? Once you get the inspiration, start experimenting and improving your craft. I, for example, still review most of my Reels videos to check what can I change to make them better. Sometimes I play with the coloring a little bit, sometimes I try new transition, sometimes I try new effects. So this is your next step. Try out new things, see what fits you, see what works for you, see what's not. You'll be spending a lot of time doing this, but don't worry, it's for the best. Once you feel like you're creating something worthy of watching, something that you're proud of, something great, you will stop giving a about what others think about your creation, because your happiness is the most important thing in the world. And if creating that video made you happy, then you are ready for the third big step, which actually might be the easiest. My third advice for you to follow your passion is don't stop. Look, finding your passion and following it is a long process, and it requires confidence to do so. Hopefully this video will help some of you huge talents out there to just speed up the process a little bit. By the time you get to this third step, you've already been doing what you love, and I bet you have a smaller audience too, and they are the reason you have to keep doing what you do. Just think about those people who follow your social media pages because you provide them motivation or knowledge, and they're waiting for your videos to pop up on their social media feeds. Keep doing what you love for them if you don't want to do it for yourself. They've already seen the potential in you, and that's why they are still following your journey. By the time you get to this step, you've already forgotten what acceptance by others mean. You're only doing stuff because you're passionate about it. You're only doing stuff because you love it. And with that said, we are right to the end of today's video. I hope you acquired some useful information. If you guys have any concerns or questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to every single one of you guys. I've also uploaded a short film about the start of a YouTube career, and if you haven't seen it yet, then by clicking here, you can check it out. And with that said, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.